they found it. A planet that could be Earth 2.0. But here's the catch. It's not what you think. In fact, what scientists just discovered about this so-called second Earth might change everything we thought we knew about life in the universe. When astronomers first spotted a planet eerily similar to our own, the world was ecstatic. Headlines across the globe proclaimed the discovery of a new home for humanity, a second Earth. But as we dig deeper into what we now know about this planet, it raises some shocking questions. Could Earth 2.0 be less of a paradise and more of a potential disaster waiting to happen? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see just how surprising and maybe even terrifying this discovery truly is. For decades, the search for habitable planets has been a priority in astronomy. We've found hundreds of exoplanets, but most are either too hot, too cold, or lack the essentials for sustaining life as we know it. Then, in 2015, the Kepler Space Telescope revealed something remarkable. A planet sitting in the Goldilocks zone of its star. Its name, Kepler 452b. Kepler 452b was hailed as Earth 2.0, perfect distance from its star, similar size to Earth, and potentially holding water. But as we started to gather more information about this planet, we realized that the story of Kepler 452b isn't as simple as we've found our next home. Far from it. Let's break down what we actually know about Kepler 452b. First, size. Kepler 452b is around 60% larger than Earth. On the surface, this might not sound like a big deal. Bigger planet, more space for us, right? Wrong. The larger a planet, the stronger its gravity. On Kepler 452b, you'd weigh almost twice as much as you do on Earth. Imagine trying to walk or even stand when your body feels twice as heavy. Running? Forget about it. The simple act of moving could become a challenge, making it much less of a utopia for humans than we first thought. And it gets more complicated. While Kepler 452b is located in the habitable zone of its star is actually older than our Sun. Kepler 452 is a G-type star, just like the Sun, but it's roughly 1.5 billion years older. This means Kepler 452b might be in the early stages of a greenhouse effect, similar to what's happening on Venus. If this is the case, any water that once existed on its surface could be long gone, evaporated into the atmosphere, making the planet a dry, uninhabitable wasteland. So let's pause for a moment. We're dealing with a planet that might have crushing gravity, a climate rapidly deteriorating due to an aging star, and potentially no water. Doesn't sound like paradise anymore, does it? Now, let's talk about the year on Kepler 452b. A year there lasts 385 days. While that doesn't seem too far off from the 365 days we experience on Earth, it's just enough of a difference that it could throw off everything about the rhythms of life as we know them. And that's not even mentioning the unknowns about how long a day lasts on Kepler 452b. Without this crucial information, we have no idea how the day-night cycle would work, which could make life as we know it, based around regular patterns of sunlight, impossible to adapt to. But here's the real kicker: distance. Kepler 452b is located a staggering 1,400 light-years away from Earth. Even if we had the technology to travel at the speed of light, which we don't and likely won't for centuries, it would still take 1,400 years to reach this planet. And that's if we somehow overcome all the massive hurdles of space travel, including cosmic radiation, food supply, and psychological effects of spending generations in space. So even if Kepler 452b was the perfect planet, even if it was an idyllic version of Earth with fresh water, breathable air, and perfect weather, we have no way to get there. And this is the heartbreaking truth about Earth 2.0. It's a distant dream that, for now, remains entirely out of reach. So, what can we take away from all of this? Kepler 452b, once thought to be our future home, is far from a perfect replica of Earth. Its gravity, aging star, potential lack of water, and sheer distance make it an unlikely candidate for human colonization. It might look like Earth, but it's not. Earth 2.0 exists, but it's not the paradise we hoped for. This discovery shows us just how difficult it is to find a truly habitable world. And yet it also reminds us of how special and fragile our own planet is. Maybe instead of dreaming about escaping to another world, we should focus on taking care of the one we have. If you found this video mind-blowing, hit subscribe and check out our next video.